Sports Network.
Baseball's midseason spectacle, the 22nd All-Star Game, the answer to every manager's dreams, will be staged for the first time in the national pastime's most baseball-happy town, Milwaukee. The team selected by the fans will meet at Milwaukee County Stadium, which has a seating capacity of 43,000 plus. It measures 315 feet down the left field line, 402 feet to dead center, and 310 feet to the right field fence. The measurements are ideally suited for pull hitters. National League manager Leo Durocher of the world champion New York Giants hopes to put the senior circuit back in the win column. One of his big problems is the condition of catcher Roy Campanella's injured knee, but the Brooklyn Dodger ace says he'll be ready for action. Powerful Ted Kluszewski of the Cincinnati Redlegs will hold down the National League first base post. Big Klue is one of baseball's leading home run hitters. All-time great Stan the Man Musial of the St. Louis Cardinals will spell Kluszewski at first base. Shown legging out a round tripper, Stan was the starting right fielder in last year's Classic, which attests to the all-round value of Stan, 6 times the National League batting champion. Red Shane Dienst of the St. Louis Cardinals will open at second base for the National League. Red will be the only switch hitter in the Durocher starting lineup. Ernie Banks of the Chicago Cubs, a newcomer to All-Star competition, will start at shortstop. Ernie's timely stick work has been a major asset to the Cubs this season. Long ball hitting Eddie Matthews of the host Milwaukee Braves will cover third base. 23-year-old Ed adds power to the National League lineup. Playing on his home diamond, Eddie will be a dangerous man for American League pitchers. Philadelphia's Del Ennis will be in left field for the Senior Circuit All-Stars. Here, Del singles to score teammate Bobby Morgan as he adds another RBI to his bulging total. New York's Whitey Lockman, who finished second best in the left fielder balloting, will also be available for left field duty. The Duke of Flatbush, Brooklyn's Duke Snyder, will be in center field. Shown belting a double to drive in a run, Snyder leads the majors in RBIs. Duke should find that Milwaukee right field wall to his liking. Philadelphia's Richie Ashburn, the National League's leading hitter, will be on hand for pinch hitting chores. Don Mueller of the New York Giants will be in right field for the National League. Don has been hitting well over 300 all year, and he wants to help his boss man, Leo Durocher, to a victory.
You're ready to quit. Great. Now, which patch? With Nicoderm CQ, you step down your dose gradually, but you can't do that with Nicotrol. You can wear Nicoderm CQ 24 hours, so it's still with you when you wake up. You can't do that with Nicotrol. Can it be used by heavy and light smokers? Only CQ. And CQ was the patch most prescribed by doctors. Nicoderm CQ, the power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to help you quit.
My dentures always fit fine. I never thought of them as a problem until I saw the video of my son's wedding. It was then that I decided to try Fixodent.
Because Fixodent adjusts to the unique contours of your dentures and gums, forming a thin, powerful seal for a better hold than you ever thought possible.
It was like a whole new feeling, so snug and secure. For once, I actually forgot that I even wore dentures. So now, I like what I see.
Find out for yourself what it feels like to Fixodent and forget it.
Now you can call for as little as 2.5 cents a minute. That's a weekend plan that works for everyone. He works in Washington. She works in Washington. He's booked all week. She's booked all week. Because there's never enough time during the week, Sprint has the new weekend plan that's just right for people who need all weekend to talk. Call now and switch to Sprint 1000. You'll get 1,000 weekend minutes of calls every month for just $25. That's as little as 2.5 cents a minute. Just switch to Sprint before July 30th and start getting your weekend calls for as little as 2.5 cents a minute. Now getting together all weekend is so simple. From midnight Friday to the late show on Sunday. Who says people in Washington are out of touch? Call 1-877-4-WEEKENDS or visit Sprint.com. Get weekend calls for as little as 2.5 cents a minute.
ESPN's countdown of the 50 greatest athletes of the century. The NFL career leader in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Other records, too numerous to mention. Super Bowls, 3 for 3. So far. Continuing our countdown to number 1, ESPN Sports Century athlete number 27, Jerry Rice. Friday at 10:30 on ESPN. Presented by General Motors.
This is ESPN Classic.
In the American League, Cleveland's Al López will be making his first All-Star managerial appearance, and he hopes to make it a winning one. The American League catcher will be New York Yankee receiver Yogi Berra. Here, Yogi belts a home run against Washington. Yogi is no stranger to dream team play, for this will be his 8th All-Star game. Helping Yogi with the catching will be expert receiver Sherman Lawler of the Chicago White Sox. Washington will be represented by 2-time American League batting king Mickey Vernon, who will man first base. Mickey blasts a 2-run home run in a recent game at New York. Always a good hitter, Vernon is one of the best hit and run men in the majors today. The hustling Nellie Fox of the Chicago White Sox will be stationed at second base. At his best, when robbing enemy hitters of base hits, Nellie drove in the winning runs in last year's Dream Game. Starting at the shortstop position will be Detroit's Harvey Keene, one of the most promising young players in baseball. Keene lashes one of his patented singles as he tries for his 3rd 200-hit season in a row. Another Chicagoan, Chico Carrasquel, will aid Keene with the shortstop duties. This will be the 4th All-Star game for the fancy-fielding Venezuelan. Jim Finnegan of Kansas City, one of the major's top rookies last year, will cover third base. A leading light in the Athletics' recent surge, Jim bangs a single to center to enable Vic Power to slide in safely with an important Athletics run. The great Ted Williams of the Boston Red Sox will patrol the left field sector. Ted gained fame in many All-Star battles of yesteryear. Maybe he'll do it again. In center field will be New York's Mickey Mantle, shown lashing a single. He'll lend his switch hitting power to the junior circuit squad. Detroit's number 6, the sensational bonus baby Al Kaline, is in right field. Kaline is the American League's leading batsman. Both squads are ready for the cry, play ball. Odds mean nothing in this, the game of games. But we picked the National League on the basis of a power-packed lineup and superior pitching to win the July 12th All-Star Classic.
Nights in white satin.
Imagine owning all your favorite AM radio hits for just $12.99. Presenting AM Gold. 43 fantastic hits for an unbelievable $12.99.
In a little while from now, I'm not feeling any less sound.
3 of your best loved hits, more than 2 full hours for just $12.99 on 2 compact discs or 2 double-length cassettes.
Me and Mrs. Jones. Just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. Precious and few are the moments we two can share. I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Then audition other great AM Gold albums. There's no minimum to buy. Cancel anytime.
Midnight at the Oasis.
AM Gold is not in stores. Call now.
To order AM Gold, call 1-800-792-8778. That's 1-800-792-8778. Or send $12.99 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to AM Gold, Department 13, Richmond, Virginia 23280.
McGuire, Sosa, Canseco, Griffey. That's right, long ball is back, and the game's big sluggers are at it again. Now it's time for the event where it's not about the pennant, it's not about the ring, it's about bragging rights. Who will win a 1999 Century 21 Home Run Derby? Tomorrow at 8, only on ESPN.
This is ESPN Classic.
From all over the nation, fans flock to Milwaukee for the 22nd All-Star Game to be played on this sun-splashed afternoon of July 12th in Milwaukee's famed County Stadium, home of the Braves. This is baseball's glitter game, matching the greatest stars of the American and National League. There's a maximum of power and skill represented in the rival squads of 1955. Which will prevail, hitting or pitching? We'll see. The American League leads in the series 13 games to 8, but the Nationals have won 4 of the last 5. Leo Durocher of the Giants and Al López of the Indians, World Series rivals in 1954, again come to grips as managers of these high-powered teams. Stan Musial of the Cardinals in his 12th All-Star Game, a record, chats with Mickey Vernon, two-time winner of the American League batting crown. It will be the 11th All-Star match for Ted Williams of the Red Sox, the 3rd for Cincinnati's strong boy, Ted Kluszewski. Bob Curley, Whitey Ford, Mickey Mantle, and Yogi Berra give the Yankees their usual large representation in the fans' dream game. Mantle and Berra were elected on the American League starting team by vote of the fans. Rivals during the season, Frank Sullivan of the Red Sox and Whitey Ford of the Yankees with little Nellie Fox of the White Sox. They are all pals today. Duke Snyder, the Dodgers' fleet center fielder and slugger, is ready for his 5th All-Star Game. Power hitter Eddie Matthews will start at third base in his home park for the Nationals. Robin Roberts, who will be an all-star starting pitcher for the 5th time, is here with Stan Musial, also of the Phillies and one of today's catchers. Now they're all set for this 22nd All-Star Classic. Harvey Keene of the Tigers takes a strike on Roberts' first pitch, then drives a single to left. Drops the single into right center. And Keene dashes to third. With Ted Williams at the plate, Keene scores and Fox takes second on a wild pitch, giving the American Leaguers a quick lead. Roberts loses control and Williams walks. Now Roberts is in trouble with Mantle at the plate. And there it goes. A tremendous home run over the center field screen. Mickey scores behind Fox and Williams, giving the American Leaguers a commanding 4-0 lead. Mantle's homer will go down as one of the longest in all-star competition. Red Shanedeep of the Cardinals leads off in the Nationals half of the first inning with a single to right center on Billy Pierce's first pitch. With the Phillies' Del Ennis at bat, Shanedeep breaks for second, but is thrown out, Terror to Fox. That's the way it stands until the American League third, when Ted Williams wraps Robin Roberts for a single to right center. Mickey Mantle flies to Snyder, and Williams holds first. Terror grounds into a double play. Kluszewski to Banks to Roberts, covering first to end the inning. The American League 4, the National League nothing after 2 1/2 innings.
3 things I always do before I barbecue ribs. Whip up my secret hot sauce, get the coals just right, and I always take a Pepsid AC.
Whatever's cooking, Pepsid AC can stop heartburn before it starts.
Oh, yeah.
2 identical brushes, yet one works better. The secret behind this brush? Plax. It pre-loosens plaque before you brush, so your brush can brush better. Plax. It's what's behind a better brush. Look for a coupon in this Sunday's paper.
There comes a point when one more sequin will ruin the dress. When one more brushstroke will spoil the painting. There comes a point when anything more is simply more. Park Avenue by Buick. Power, comfort, unparalleled elegance. And now, Park Avenue is even more rewarding. It's luxury, pure and simple.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
Mystic Music presents Bell Bottom Rock.
All I was born a rambling man. Sweet home Alabama. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Bell Bottom Rock has all those hard-to-find favorites from the early 70s. Crank it up! Order Bell Bottom Rock today. 2 cassettes, only $19.95. 2 CDs, only $24.95. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-978-9922 or send $19.95 for 2 cassettes or $24.95 for 2 CDs plus $4.95 shipping to Bell Bottom Rock, P.O. Box 1111-ZI, Monument, Colorado 80132, or call 1-800-978-9922.
Big Fights Boxing Hour gives you access to the largest boxing library in the world. Here's what you can check out in this library. Rare footage of classic fighters, the stories from outside the ring, and volumes of the greatest action in boxing history. Every week, Al Bernstein puts you ringside for classic fights you can't see anywhere else. Ali, Marciano, Leonard, Lewis, plus hard-hitting fighters every boxing fan ought to know. Big Fights Boxing Hour, Tuesday at 10, only on ESPN Classic.
This is ESPN Classic.
Chicago's Ernie Banks strikes out. Milwaukee's Del Candle, with a count of 3-2, flies to L. Kaline in right field. Pittsburgh's Frank Thomas, batting for Robin Roberts, pops to Mickey Vernon. And Billy Pierce has pitched 3 straight shutout innings. The American League is still in front, 4-0. With Harvey Haddix of the St. Louis Cards on the hill in the 5th inning, Harvey Keene opens the inning by grounding out Matthews to Kluszewski. Nellie Fox is the next hitter. And he slaps one off the pitcher's glove, but Shanedeep at second base throws him out at first. Ted Williams rounds out. Pitcher to first to end the inning, and the score is 4-0 after 4 1/2 innings. The American League added one more in the sixth for a 5-0 lead. With 1 on and 2 out in the American seventh, Williams belts a long one. But Willie Mays races back and hauls down the drive, robbing Ted of a home run. The score, it's still 5-0. With Whitey Ford in the mound, Mays opens the National seventh with a single to left. Big Ted Kluszewski lines to Mantle. And Mickey tries to double Mays at first. Mantle takes Ransom Jackson's fly in short right center. Bringing up Hank Aaron, the brave, sensational young outfielder. Aaron walks and Mays goes to second. Johnny Logan, the brave shortstop, drops a single in short right. Scoring Mays for the Nationals' first run and putting Aaron on third. Mayo Smith, the Phillies manager, coaching at third, gives encouragement to Stan López, batting for Smokey Burgess. It looks like the inning's over, but Chico Carrasquel boots López's grounder, Aaron scoring, and Logan moving to second. The Cubs' Gene Baker bats to Newcomb and flies to Mantle. Third put out by Mickey in the inning. The Nationals trail now 5-2. With 2 away in the National League's eighth, Mays lines a single to right field. Kluszewski follows with a single to the same area, and Mays gallops to third. Jackson punches a single to right, and Mays scores. Kluszewski pulling up at second. Scores 5-3, and the partisan crowd whoops it up. The tying runs are on. Frank Sullivan of the Red Sox comes in to pitch, and Aaron greets him with a single to right, scoring Kluszewski. And when Al Rosen draws an error on Al Kaline's throw past third, Jackson scores to tie up the ball game 5-5. Aaron takes second on the play. And listen to that crowd now. The inning's over when Carrasquel pegs out Logan. So it's 5-5 at the end of the eighth.
Hey! He's in the garage.
Hey! If you're going to have a garage, have a garage. And if you're going to use an oil, use an oil. Pennzoil with Pure Base, specially formulated for stop-and-go driving.
Like what I've done with the place? Hey, what does this do? Well, that opens up the roof so I can airlift anything in or out of the garage.
Stop. Go. Pennzoil.
This is Propecia, a pill that might interest you. Talk to your doctor. And call 1-888-5-MERC-9 to see if you're eligible for a $10 rebate certificate. Propecia. There's no reason to wait.
Hey, I'm down here on Front Row to find out what these fellas think about Pert Plus with clean conditioning. Grant, you're about to get shampooed. Oh, all right, now just gently lower him on back down. Woo! This is Pert Plus, man. It's got water-based conditioning. Whoa! The old kind, you couldn't hold someone upside down. Changing America one frat house at a time. Woo! Yeah! So, ladies, what do you think about Jake's hair? Does it look good?
Clean. I love it.
I bet it's manageable, too.
Probably. That's Pert Plus with clean conditioning. Come on, let us wash your hair.
We change your life. Stay tuned to receive your free trial version of America's #1 accounting software for small business.
Okay, folks, here's your business cards, letterhead, and my invoice.
How did you create this invoice?
With QuickBooks accounting software, I called the toll-free number and got a free trial version.
Wish I had time to learn new software.
It takes no time. Answer a few simple questions and QuickBooks tailors itself to your business automatically. And if you can write a check, you can use QuickBooks. QuickBooks makes it easy to see who owes you money and how much you owe. It also does invoicing, payroll, and inventory. Plus, you get customizable reports and graphs that puts you in control of your business.
To try QuickBooks free, call 1-800-883-5995 for your free trial version. Or if you also need time tracking, estimating, and project costing, then try QuickBooks Pro. Either trial is yours free for calling 1-800-883-5995. That's 1-800-883-5995.
Now the game's in extra innings. Only the second one in All-Star history. With Joe Nuxhall pitching, Carrasquel flies to Mays at the start of the 11th inning. Cleveland's Bobby Avila draws a base on balls. Cincinnati left-hander retires Al Smith on a called third strike. But Mantle singles past Jackson, and Avila takes second with a lead run. Yogi Berra sends Red Schoendienst back at second for his grounder. And on the off-balance throw to Kluszewski at first base, umpire Dusty Bodges calls out Yogi. And Berra doesn't like the decision one bit. That's all for the Americans in the 11th. It's still 5-5 when Long Gene Conley of the Braves faces the American Leaguers at the beginning of the 12th inning. K-line goes down swinging. Mickey Vernon has no better luck, missing a third strike. Conley's tricky delivery is too much for Rosen, and Long Gene has 3 straight strikeouts. The crowd gives Conley a terrific ovation. Stan Musial is first up for the Nationals in their half of the 12th. Here comes Sullivan's first pitch. And there it goes. A home run over the right field screen. It's the 4th All-Star homer in Musial's career, and by far the most important. The National League wins an uphill battle 6-5. The National League now has won 5 of the last 6 of these midsummer spectacles. Musial's teammates gather at the plate to greet the hero. The St. Louis Cardinal star is jubilant over the victory. And 45,314 spectators have seen a never-to-be-forgotten long afternoon of baseball. Just a small portion of the many millions of fans who watch our national game of baseball every year. See a ball game often. Follow your local team. It's fun for the entire family.
This is ESPN Classic.